Oh, I think my mic's still off. Nope, mic's on. Desktop's on. Okay. Lights on.
Tonight, from Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Here's the Australian-born punter Mitch Wishnowsky to get things going. And we are underway from Santa Clara. Taken in the end zone. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Out come the Rams, and at the controls, the former Cal Bears standing at 6'4", quarterback Jared Goff.
There's a toughness about Jared Goff that maybe he doesn't get enough credit for. His freshman year at Cal, team went 1-11. His rookie year with the Rams, he was 0-7 as a starter, undaunted in either case, and has come back each and every time to flash the ability that made him the #1 overall pick in the draft when he came out of Cal.
Now the Niners get there and bring him down. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated. And in sync, otherwise your quarterback gets hit.
Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Another try after the first down sack. Goff. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Now the first carry for Cam Akers. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
He was brought down.
A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
3rd down.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. The 49er offense about to go to work, and it's Jimmy Garoppolo, Charles, at quarterback.
And when Jimmy Garoppolo came out of Eastern Illinois, many people saw a strong-armed guy, well-schooled in the passing game, who needed a little bit of time to develop and reach his potential. Starting to go in that direction right now. A former linebacker in high school, he plays the game with a lot of toughness.
He'll buy some time right. And this is caught at the 8. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Kendrick Bourne, 29 yards. And the Niners have taken the early lead.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there.
Holy shit, they intercepted. I'm not even paying attention.
We'll see if they can pick those things back up. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13.
57 to Mike. 57.
A shotgun snap for Goff.
Oh, I should have picked
Pass incomplete. He was in search of his tight end, Tyler Higbee. But now it's 3rd down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Back deep, Trent Taylor.
Fuck, I should have.
A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it and run time, and he picks up a 1st down.
On first down, Garoppolo rolling to his left. Hooking up here with Trent
Oh,
Taylor.
shit.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
To throw again on second down. Garoppolo, the first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Mike 51. Mike 51. Hey, come on, oh, come on, oh.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. That's caught by his running back, Raheem Mostert. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
51 the mic, boys. 51.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. Flush to his right. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Micah Kaiser able to run him down for a loss of a yard. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Now Garoppolo on the bootleg.
Oh,
And
throw
his
it.
throw's going to be incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So not the strongest of kicks we've seen him make, but he gets a favorable bounce, and it's 3 points all the same.
Yeah, that was one of those where he needed the 6-iron, but he pulled out the 9-iron. That one was run out of gas quickly, but he does manage to pop it over the bar.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now.
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Rams on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Goff. Looking underneath, he's got Akers. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Connection made here, Goff to Higbee. A good rally to the football, keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To the air again. Goff. Now the ball comes loose. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0, our score.
Here we go.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Forced out to his left. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end. But it'll be 2nd down.
2nd down and 10.
Big stop, let's go. 51 the mic, boy, 51. Ready?
To throw is Garoppolo. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line.
It's a big one now.
A big play there for the Niners. 41 yards.
You can feel the effort all the way up here. He tried his best to get there. Didn't quite make it, but down around the 2-3-yard line, gotta love the effort, and especially the big play that gave his offense a great opportunity.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll run with Mostert, and he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there. Unable to do so, that makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
And his kick is good. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Raheem Mostert.
Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. And this carries into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Set to go again. Here's Cam Akers in the LA offense. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
57.
Back to the air. Goff on 2nd down. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Again, Goff. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Here's Johnny Hacker now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And they'll play keep away from the returner, as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be taken down here, as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we now proceed to the start of the second half. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well, as we are back and started in the second half. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit, as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares.
Garoppolo completes it to Samuel. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down. Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too. My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline, because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Well, they certainly haven't been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
Out of the gun. Goff gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives him much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he's going to have a Rams 1st down. His good running gets him to about the 44.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking aside.
And he coughed it up. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
You certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time: completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake in the ball and knock it free.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Check. 51 the mic, boys. 51. And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. Open man is born. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense: find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Being chased out left. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the 4th and final quarter. Back to the air on 2nd. It's Garoppolo. And right back to Kittle. This time he's got it. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 13-yard line. 13 yards down to the 13. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
51's Mike. Mike's 51. Oh, yeah.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Garoppolo, and he's going to go down again.
What I'm talking about.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my school comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Escaping the pressure right. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed. it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
Now a first down throw. Goff. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5 at the 31-yard line.
Here's Goff. He'll throw complete to Cam Akers. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete.
57, Mike, 57.
The Rams going for it on 4th. Goff. This pass complete to Reynolds. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Goff's throw taken in by Reynolds. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Goff on first down. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. Akers hit. He coughs it up. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. And maybe that's the perils of being a rookie running back in the NFL. I mean, look, it's not easy to hold on to the ball at any level with these talented guys. But in this league, you can learn a lesson early.
Without a doubt, and what a tough reminder for any running back, especially a rookie. The things you got away with in college probably won't work so well in the NFL.
And the lead will grow by 1 more. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown.
Mitch Wishnowski to kick off for San Francisco.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. L.A. readies for its next possession. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
3 yards the gain there, second down.
3-yard pickup. Brings up second and 7.
Just like that. Just like that. Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4.
Back to throw. Goff. That's into the hands of Reynolds. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Throwing again is gone. Well, they only needed a small gain on third down. They end up getting over 30 yards. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. That'll be caught by Cup. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. That is caught at the 7-yard line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
defense. Keep it up, guys.
Goff throwing again. This is caught. And the Rams are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Robert Woods from Jared Goff. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer. Now Goff will lead the Rams up to go for 2. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. Oh, did the Rams get it? Yes! L.A. football. Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They are in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored.
Yeah, they've got the momentum here now. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
First down, Los Angeles.
Let him know.
On first down, it's gone. He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. From the gun, here's Goff. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Doesn't affect the outcome, but hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play. And they're going to bury him back at the 11-yard line. So they tried to tack on 2 more. Wouldn't have mattered as far as who won and who lost, but that's how this one ends.
Felt like cosmetics, didn't it? Just put another 2 points on the board, make the score look a little bit better. Maybe they wanted to run a 2-point conversion just to see what they had. Who knows? But it just wasn't necessary.
today. From Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California, this is Madden NFL 21.
From the host of Super Bowl 50 back in February of 2016, there's a look at the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today, it's an NFC West battle between the Arizona Cardinals and the San Francisco 49ers. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard. Line.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here we go.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Gotta do better. Come on, QB. Come on.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 19 yards right off the bat. And a quick first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
59, Mike. 59.
There's Garoppolo on first and 10. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
So a tough early challenge here, second and long after the sack.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
Mike's partner.
Another try after the first down sack. Garoppolo, open man is Kendrick Bourne. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Jordan Hicks showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. So after the sack, here's second and 14. Another try after the first down sack. Garoppolo, he'll let this go deep for Bourne. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Kendrick Bourne, the intended receiver. And that takes us from second to third down.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Cardinals making their way out, and it's the number 1 overall pick in 2019, Kyler Murray at the helm.
And what I'm looking for from him today, the things every quarterback is looking to do. Lead his team to a victory. Doesn't matter whether he's throwing it, running it, handing it off, however he has to do it, as well as exhibiting some leadership. leadership, that's what he's trying to accomplish.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. Steps away. He'll run it. Oh, now Murray has it stripped. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Well, that's unfortunate because he had a nice run going, but give credit to the defense. They got a hand in the cookie jar there, CD.
You have to think about vision, finding a place to get down after you know you've gotten all you can out of a run. And obviously, ball security is paramount. In today's football, everyone's coming after the rock. You've got to make sure you protect it and protect the yardage you just gained.
Not much there, only a yard.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And he is going to have a 49ers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Garoppolo to his tight end Kittle for a Niner 1st down. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Chewing up big yardage, another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me?
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Jordan Hicks leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A 10-yard completion, but still now facing 3rd and goal. They'll run with Mostert. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating what we have to make the call. They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You'd better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
No such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
57, Mike, 57.
1st down, Murray. Complete to his running back, Kenyon Drake. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the...
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going.
Check three, check three, check
To try again after the sack. Murray caught left side. Hopkins. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Shotgun now from Murray. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Fitzgerald. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll go for it with Edmonds. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. A chance to get some momentum here in the second quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head...
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Check 59.
Throwing again on second down. Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
59.
Garoppolo looks to throw. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score.
Here we go.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill. I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Kyle Shanahan's made the decision. They're going on 4th down. It gets by him, and now a little daylight. 20! And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. George Kittle from Jimmy Garoppolo. And the 49ers add on to their lead.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
He's got it, and it's 17-0. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco.
Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep, and he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a fourth down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Murray now on first down. Murray has it knocked loose. Fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. The 20, 10, 5, and he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. And the lead is now 24. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. On the return, here's Edmonds. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Out comes Kenyon Drake and the Arizona offense to take over. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Murray now on first down. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And now it's second down. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt, and that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
Yo! Hey, alert 48. Alert, hey, we gonna make the 48, right? 2.
Alert 3.
21.
Watch the twist.
Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. First down and a little extra for Mostert. And down to the 28-yard line. So we've come to halftime after. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the third quarter. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Yeah, they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Here's Murray from midfield. And he's got Fitzgerald. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. From the gun, Murray. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Murray able to connect with Christian Kirk. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. The touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play. Got the momentum going, right? You create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And we see James, he will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo steps away to his left. Gets this one to Juszczyk. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Here's Garoppolo to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here we go. 180.
Draw play, Garoppolo gives to Mostert. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Dancing to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jordan Hicks picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And the Niners are going to have it first and goal as he'll take this down to about the 3. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain. Here's Mostert. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was. And when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And this carries into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails, because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Fitzgerald bringing it in over the middle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
That's what I do. 57 the mic. 57 the mic.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. That's going to be caught by Kerr. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Larry Fitzgerald was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Back to the air on 2nd down, it's Murray. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. From the gun, Murray. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Credit the sack to Fred Warner.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Check, 48's the mic. All day, punt. 48.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. Over the middle to Kittle, complete. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. And he'll go down at the 28. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And he can't quite bring it in. Might have heard footsteps there across the middle. 2nd down. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and minicamps for these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory. They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel there to make the grab as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. On the return, here's Edmonds. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he gets it to the 30-yard line, but the football's not going to stay there. There's a penalty marker down.
What did they call that on?
So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
And he'll go underneath here to Drake. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll be second down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. 2nd and 2.
Mike 57. Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this.
Murray now to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Fitzgerald. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hey, let's get this. 57's the Mike.
Operating from the gun, Murray. Man open left side, it's Williams. The Cardinals forced to burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Throwing on first down is Murray. He'll set up the screen to Drake. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first it's good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to
today. From Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California, this is Madden NFL 21 on EA Sports.
That'll be taken about a yard deep, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Out comes the San Francisco offense as they are led out by their quarterback, the man known as Jimmy G. That's Jimmy Garoppolo.
Athletic, accurate, strong arm, knows how to make something out of nothing, and is also an excellent leader.
First carry for Raheem Mostert. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has three options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football from triple option, you've actually called that play.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Seattle's first go on offense forthcoming, and under center, of course, Russell Wilson.
Gave the commencement address at the University of Wisconsin a couple of years ago. One of the most popular players ever to pull on the uniform there. The beginning of his career, he was a so-called game manager. Take care of the football and rely on the defense. Now, in this stage of his career, the offense runs through him, and it runs very well.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Rolling to his right. He may try. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Good job starting on that scramble. Had his eyes on that first down marker, CD, but lost the most important thing, the football.
Yeah, wasn't quite there. Focused solely on getting to the first down marker. Forgot to cover up and take care of the ball.
Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
After the fumble recovery, it's Garoppolo. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 30.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
From just shy of midfield, Wilson. And this is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target, and he didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. To throw again, Wilson. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down. Now it's Carson. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Well, they'll try the sweep. It's Lockett with it. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, we've talked about it before. You know, this jet sweep, something a lot of teams like to run nowadays, and this one winds up in the end zone.
And it is all about creating different ways to get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. And wasn't it interesting that prior to this game, the head coach told us, I saw this sitting in my chair watching a Tuesday night college game and decided to implement it myself.
And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. A drive that time of 6 plays. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes Jimmy Garoppolo now to lead his offense back out there. And he'll need to find a way to shrug off the opening drive, if you can even call it a drive. One play and an interception, so he's got to forget that.
I know that in today's football, we have a good number of coaches who don't look at time of possession the way the old school guys did. But there's still a place for it. I think that on this drive, after having thrown that interception, they're going to want to eat up a little bit more clock and run some offense and give their defense a little bit of a break.
And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
What was that, Ruff?
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're march up another 15 against your squad.
And another tackle broken. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. These two rivals played 2 of the better games in the NFL a season ago. You remember week 17, it was Dre Greenlaw stopping Jacob Hollister at the 1 to preserve a 26-21 49er win. And that wound up both winning them the NFC West and earning them the #1 seed. Give him 23 yards on the pickup, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Eluding the pressure right, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Man, that ain't make no.
And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the
thought he held my
1-yard
guy.
line.
First and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
Garoppolo looks to throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll run the draw with Mostert. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and goal. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel on a touchdown pass from Jimmy Garoppolo. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And a play fake down near the goal line here worked out well.
Anytime you can make them think that you're going to run the ball and go to that play action pass, you see the end result.
Robbie Gould lining up for the point after.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Gould with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. They run it with Carson. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. This is Carson. And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 39. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, a 22.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. From the shotgun, Wilson on the move to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. From 8 yards out, and the Seahawks have taken the lead. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting runs, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had to feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 20.
Deebo Samuel and the 49ers back in possession here. He's been good so far to this point in the second quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
We'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the second quarter. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. To throw is Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Damn, I pushed the wrong button.
Nearly picked. Yeah, maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
He was covered by
On third and long, it's Garoppolo. He can't get him down. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
17 yards. It's fourth down.
And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on fourth down. They'll try it now with Mostert, and he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. So an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. This is DJ Reed returning. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
Right there. Right there. 54 Mike.
They'll run on first down. Carson. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. The tackle by Eric Armstead. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Carson.
Fuck. Wrong way.
He's taken down inside the 30. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Now left side on the swing pass. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. But I believe a Seahawk was able to get a handle on this, so this will remain Seattle ball. We talk a lot about setting the tone to start the game. Well, you want to start the tone right in the 3rd quarter as well, and nearly lost a football there in their first drive.
And sometimes we overdo it when we talk about
Oh,
halftime
left the wide
adjustments and
open.
what teams are going to do. Most of the time, it's just a matter of executing the game plan you brought in. But I'll guarantee you, they didn't draw that play up on the whiteboard at halftime. They're fortunate to retain possession. Under the category of obvious, You hate giving up a first down on 3rd and long. And somehow he finds his way downfield and picks it up.
If you look at the coverage defensively, oh, this is great, but no one accounted for him at the quarterback spot.
At some point, you actually have to tackle him and get him on the ground short of the first down marker.
At the Niners' 6-yard line.
On the delay, here's Carson. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
I knew he scored right there.
Wilson, end zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson on target to DK Metcalf. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now 21-7. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Here's Richie James on the return. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup. Rush coming, and he's taken down. K.J. Wright able to take him down. It's a loss of 3.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? How do they score here, especially a touchdown? It's almost out of reach. Now Carson fumbles the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the
Now Garoppolo on the bootleg. Completes it to the tight end Kittle. And he's taken down inside the 30. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Hey, we gonna do what we do.
This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that.
And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in.
We got a little bit of everything on that run. Offensive line creating some space, but how about the guy running behind his pads into the end zone?
What does that mean when a guy says running behind his pad?
Means that he's going to be a physical runner. That way he's able to use his shoulder pads, his forearms, anything to ward off people to power his way forward.
Mitch Wishnowski to kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. One-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They've got to take care of business right here and act like the last series just didn't happen.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Wilson. And to the tight end, Olsen, right side. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. Look at this spin.
Balance.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 15, 1st down Seahawks.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone that's the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th. From just shy of midfield, Wilson over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 37. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Everybody scoot up, heavy.
From the gun, Wilson. Open man is Jacob Hollister. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. A quick target here, complete to Metcalf. And the Seahawks are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got it 1st and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They run again with Carson. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll try to run with Carson. No gain on the play that time. So a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here we go, a big play and a tight game late. They're going on 4th and goal. They run for it with Carson, and he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run, and the Seahawks add on to their lead.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Garoppolo and the Niners now. Down by 2 touchdowns. 1:09 to play. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. A nice looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait.
That's caught inside the 20 and all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 35 yards the gain there. Another first down as well.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So not quite a first and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Mostert. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
One final try now for Garoppolo. It's complete, and he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
So with just a few ticks left, they need a miracle. And this is going to be taken in by the Seahawks. And it would appear they're on their way to victory now. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
So the victory here for Seattle. And I know I'm not breaking any news when I say that any road win in this league is a good one.
No doubt.
But